Yo, what up, everybody? This is Chris Blunt.
And I'm Breezy Rumsey.
And welcome to another episode of Profoundly Ignorant.
Woo!
All right, man. How are you doing? This is the first episode of the new year, right?
I know. It feels like we took a big hiatus for the holiday, the election, the inauguration, and fuck all that.
Oh, yeah. It's been fun. It's been fun and fucking depressing.
Yeah. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you're good.
Hanging in there.
You're good. You're good. Have you adjusted to all the days off that you had and coming back to work and everything?
Yeah, I'm back to work. I'm back to reality, real life, for as long as I have a job, you know.
Yeah.
As any of us have a job.
Your rights are going to be gone in 3 weeks. The way Trump is going.
I can say I'm a little bit more optimistic than I was about a year ago when this all went down, because I worked for a Catholic hospital a year ago, so I pretty much had no rights then anyway.
Yeah.
Now I'm a secular hospital.
The thing is to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you can build your way up to the middle.
Now we up.
To the middle.
Okay.
And that's where we
Drake.
are. Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're started from the bottom, and unfortunately, now we're here.
Which is slightly more bottom.
Exactly. A little bit more bottom.
A little bit more bottom.
Still fucked up, but a little bit more bottom. All right. So we got a lot of things to discuss today. First things first, like we released our, by the time you hear this, we'll be knee deep in episodes, but we released our first episode today. We've gotten a lot of good feedback from people like you. My black friends actually tolerate you.
I know. I'm excited. Thank you, black friends.
No, that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. And I'm pretty sure, we'll hear something down the line about the critiques about me, from her white friends. So I think that'll be cool.
No. My white friends are all liberal. They're going to not say anything mean.
I feel like somebody's going to get drunk and be like, you know, the black guy that you do the show with.
He's a little abrasive.
It's a little abrasive. Like, I'm not saying he's a rapist. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, like, if we were alone together, I would feel uncomfortable. So,
I can say all of my white friends, I am alone in a room with them both right now, and I'm comfortable.
All right, you should be, because
nice dudes.
Police are watching us, and as usual, we have our good friend Lawrence is in the building helping us out on the boards.
Lawrence,
say what up, L.
What's going on, people?
All right, that's Lawrence. That's Lawrence. Lawrence is doing this thing. It's been a crazy week, kind of getting back into the swing of things and whatnot. My birthday passed in January.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much.
How young are you now?
I'm old as shit.
Old as shit.
That's how I feel. I went to Vegas for my birthday.
Nice.
And Vegas is interesting. Vegas is like it's American as fuck because everybody is doing the most. And then I was hanging out on the strip with my friends and we realized, like, man, it's 11 something. We should just go to bed.
Yeah, that's when you know you're old.
That's when you know you're old. Like, I was like, I could hang out. You know what I'm saying? So
the last time I went to Vegas was probably about 7 years ago, and I remember walking around, and I had children at this point. There are moms pushing strollers at 3 a.m., drinking on the street, and I'm going, I feel like this isn't my scene. Obviously, this is their scene and good for them, but this is not my scene.
Exactly.
Because I'm judging these women.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that person.
I spent so much time judging.
I know. And I don't want to be a judger, though.
I love judging people. That shit's great.
I don't like judging people.
Like, sometimes it makes me feel good. Like, if I'm having an off day and I look at somebody going, well, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad. Like, a friend of mine, I won't say her name, like, a friend of mine was having a really bad week. And she was just like, you know, life is so hard. She's a mother, things like that. It's just a lot of things, stress, you know? And I was like, babe, like, there's somebody sucking dick for rent right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not her. That's actually a thing. You know what I'm saying? And you made it.
Yeah.
You made it. You didn't have to suck dick this week for rent. I don't think. She doesn't tell me everything. But, like, to my knowledge, like, she didn't have to.
I'm sorry if you are the friend that he said this to.
Yeah. You know, I'm just saying, you know who you are. And just know that you're having a better week than that bitch. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
So, like, so Vegas was nice.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. I feel like when I go on the strip is very like Entourage, like the show Entourage. It's like glitz and glam. And then there's this other part that's Fremont. And Fremont is like the original strip. And Fremont is like Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
It's so it gets really white trash really fast. And like the strip is sort of Like, yeah, everything's good. Anything is possible. You can win money. And Fremont is like, you have a drinking problem.
Right.
And a gambling problem, and you need to talk to somebody.
So
This is
where'd you
terrible.
guys stay?
We did the Airbnb thing. So we stayed at a house. It was kind of broken.
Yeah.
The cable did not really work, but we didn't really care. They had like 3 channels, and one of the channels was Grit TV.
Oh.
And Grit TV is for old white men.
Okay.
And they it was Walker
I don't
Texas.
think I even know what Grip TV is.
Oh,
so.
you shouldn't.
Okay.
It's they
fair.
had a marathon for Walker Texas Ranger,
Oh my
and we
God.
watched it, and it was fucking amazing.
I like to kick ass, and I like my TV to kick
It was
ass.
like,
I am the ranger in the pond.
and I was like, and we were watching it like, oh, this shit is believable. Go on.
Oh my God.
It was great.
Vegas.
And then all the commercials were like these infomercials where they show people fucking up doing simple shit. Like, are you tired of pouring water into a cup? Oh,
I love those.
I love those.
I
And
love-
I'm like, stop fucking around and use the cup correctly.
Right.
That's how I felt. You don't need to buy a new thing for that. So, all right, I'm gonna say we should probably get into it, everybody. All right, first things first. What's on the list? Like, there's been a lot of shit. It's a big political climate going on recently. You know, of course, the election happened, and we had the inauguration.
Did you watch the inauguration?
Nah, I actually didn't. I didn't give a fuck about it.
I strategically did not even turn my TV on that day because I didn't want to accidentally see anything. I felt like that was the voice I could give at that moment, was to actively not
Yeah.
click any links, turn on my TV, watch anything. And then the next day they had the Women's March, which I left my TV on. My kids had a dance recital.
Yeah.
7 hours of watching C-SPAN with nobody home because I wanted to give that all the ratings I could give it.
That's awesome.
So
That is awesome. I didn't give a fuck for White Fest. So pretty much it was like Take America Back Fest.
Right.
And I heard it was probably decent. I don't know. I don't know because I didn't watch it and I didn't give a fuck.
right.
The Women's March, I was all on that. Like, yes, I actually watched C-SPAN, a little bit of C-SPAN. I watched MSNBC, I watched CNN, things like that, just to hear the different speeches.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I love the energy
Yes.
of the Women's March.
Me too.
I love the social network, the promotion and everything that went on to it. Like, people were telling stories. People were like, it just showed a bit of unity, you know? And as I said before, this is a positive part of 2017. This is a positive part of the presidency.
Right.
Because if anything is going to unite us, it's going to be the hating this asshole. And
Right.
the only way you can really defeat hate is love.
Right.
And I need this to continue to happen.
Right.
Because there was a lot of beautiful scenery, man. Just people just holding hands, things like that. There was no real violent occurrences going on. It was just real conglomerate. Some people were upset, so that's always fun. Like, because some people are like, why are they meeting up? And it's like, you obviously don't understand.
Right.
Like, the person who was elected president wants to take away a lot of rights.
Right.
You know, and so these people are fighting to say, hey, fuck you. And not only that, we're all going to stick together and showing what America is built on.
So I don't know if you saw
besides
this
slavery.
thing that went viral, right? God, this country. I don't know if you saw the thing that went viral. There was one woman, I think Chrissy or whatever her fucking name is, Becky. We'll call her Becky because that fits.
Becky works.
Becky works.
Yeah.
Becky wrote a thing that was like, I don't understand why women are saying this is a women's march. I don't feel like this march is about me. And then somebody else wrote a poignant thing back that I wish I had bookmarked so we could go through it here. But it was amazing. She basically said, we're not marching for all of us. Like, I, white breezy in my middle class neighborhood with my kids that do extracurricular activities and have great prospects for college. You're right. I don't need to go downtown Seattle on my day off and march. But there are women that don't have that, and I'm marching for them.
Exactly.
And I think that that's the thing that kind of got lost in a lot of the naysayers, and a lot of them are female Trump supporters, which female Trump
Exactly.
supporters is still a conundrum I can't wrap my head
Yeah,
around.
I feel like there's a lot of Trump regret.
Trump regret.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Trump
do
regret.
follow
Yeah.
something called Trump regret on Twitter. It's
Awesome.
check it out. It's fun. It's people that actually voted for him that are now regretting their life choices. So
You know what I love? I love stupid people.
Yeah.
I love people that voted for Trump because they wanted to get rid of Obamacare.
but they don't want to lose their ACA.
Yeah, and don't
Yeah.
want to lose their ACA. And then they're like, what's ACA? And it's like, oh! Which is like, it's like, you know what? I want to bump into somebody just so I can give them that M. Night Shyamalan ending.
Right.
Like, oh, by the way, you're losing your health care.
Here's what I completely I cannot wrap my head around. He said he was going to do all these things. He said Muslim registry, ban on immigration, ban on travel, ban on visas. He said all that.
He is doing the most.
He is actually keeping his promise for a politician.
Yeah.
8 days in, he's done executive orders nonstop. And now people are shocked.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he said he was going to do it, but I didn't know he was going to take away my health care. Well, what did you think that looked like? Yeah, it's okay to take away their health care, but not yours?
Yeah.
You voted for that.
And this is how America will face its own issues.
Right.
Like, I feel like we needed part of that. I hope that it doesn't get worse because it's terrible and it's affecting people that we love.
Right.
You know, but I think the people who voted for Trump need to have a taste of their own medicine because you need to know what you vote for.
Right.
I think you need to look at things not from because a lot of people were selfish.
Right.
A lot of people voted because their lives suck. Mm-hmm. And they weren't thinking about America as a whole.
Oh, I voted for Trump because my healthcare deductibles went up with the ACA. But now I'm going to be paying for this wall.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Are you happy?
Like,
And that's what I want to ask. Like, listener, if you're a Trump supporter, I hope you're listening. First of all, welcome. How you
Chances
doing?
are they're not. But.
They're not. Are you fucking happy? Like the thing is, you see all this shit going on, especially with the Muslim ban, right? This is not or when he's like, oh, we're gonna accept more Christian refugees and more than that. Like, and I was like, is that really a Christian thing though?
Right.
You know,
Or is that an American thing? Because we were founded on the idea of freedom from religion.
Exactly.
So now we only take Christians?
Freedom from that.
We don't have a national religion.
We're not that country.
We aren't.
We're not that country. And then you got like Prime Minister hot guy. He's like, yeah, you can come to Canada.
Justin Trudeau.
Oh yeah, he's
so
doing
sexy.
it.
He's doing it.
I almost went to Canada.
I know.
Off that, I was like, whoa.
Can you take American
I
refugees?
was like, what? And then I'm like,
Actually, I have a
But I'm
friend that's
straight.
from Canada, and she said there are ways to get it fast-tracked in there if you want to
Really?
truly become a Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan. Nobody wants to go there,
no
so
one
you
wants
apply to
to
go there, they'll take
Yeah.
your ass.
That sounds terrible.
You'll be 12 feet of snow year-round, but you're there.
I love living out here because we're 3 hours from Vancouver.
Right.
So I can just visit Canada, and I just love it.
We're Canada adjacent.
Yeah, exactly. We're Canada adjacent, so we're close enough. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we get the culture and we can come back home.
Exactly. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Vancouver. I had a lot of sets there, so it was great. I enjoyed it.
I went to a wax museum there. It was pretty awesome. Different experiences. See, that's what this whole thing's about.
Exactly. It's what we're about. That's
I had
what America
tea at
is
4
about.
p.m. and it was amazing.
Exactly.
So you actually had tea at tea time.
Right, I did.
Nice.
That
You
was,
had
that
tea
was the
time.
thing. Like I went to a
That's
formal
awesome.
tea time in Canada. It was
Awesome. I think I teabagged somebody. Same thing. Same
different
thing.
experiences.
Totally different experiences.
Both with tea.
But we all had tea.
Tea is unifying.
Everybody had a great time. So like,
And it got awkward.
woo! All right, guys. So that's on the list. All right, so I have to ask you something.
Yeah.
All right, so you know Trump's president. Shit's fucked up, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any like outside, like as we pointed out earlier, there's a lot of unity going on. What other shining moments have you seen since the year started? Pretty much like on a global, like actually on an American scale.
On an American scale,
Mm-hmm.
I will say the amount of voices I'm hearing from people that I would never expect to hear from. Like, we expect a certain level of liberal celebrity to speak out about atrocious things that they're seeing. I'm seeing friends of mine that I probably 6 months ago would have never even guessed what political spectrum they were on,
Yeah.
going to protests. Introverts that never leave their house going to protests and
Washingtonians.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
All of what, like, we are the most passive aggressive state in the country according to some survey I saw a year ago, and
Holy
we're
shit.
out in droves. Like,
Bad.
it's
Yeah.
crazy, and I think that is so telling. And the fact that it's not accomplishing things as fast as we probably would like it to, but it's accomplishing things. Like today, this Muslim ban or this registry thing or ban started yesterday.
Yeah.
Today, there are people trapped in airports, essentially. And within hours, there's huge protests going on at airports all around the country. And now there's a stay on that order. Like, that's what we need to
Yeah,
hear. That's what we
immediate
need to
action.
see. We need to see that our voices are going to get results. Whether it happens immediately or it happens 6 months down the road, there is a point to it.
Yeah.
And I think that today was reaffirming that it happened so fast.
Yeah, I think that part makes me proud to be an American. If I can sound
Absolutely.
patriotic for certain things, it's the call to action and the immediate response, really. I
Yeah.
mean, that is to ban Muslims or to give Muslims a hard time for coming into this country is just is atrocious. People with green cards, people are being separated from their families.
Absolutely.
People are just coming back from their vacations or whatever the fuck they were doing, and shit's unfair and it's blatant. It's so fucking blatant.
And
Like it's like really.
well, and I think I said this to you earlier. It's his wife. Okay, Trump's wife is an immigrant.
Yeah.
Trump's mother is an immigrant. This isn't about immigration. This is about race, and this is about religion.
Absolutely.
Because you're not saying no immigrants because you have immigrants in your family. You're saying no brown immigrants, no Muslim immigrants. You're picking on specifics, and that's exactly what happened in 1938. Like, let's be honest. This
Yeah.
is what we're heading towards.
This is definitely about that. And then what the fuck shit that I really am against is how people are like, well, no, we're not saying that Trump is racist. We're just saying it's under the guise of being patriotic.
Right.
It's like, no, we're just trying to stop another 9/11 or whatever. And it's like, nah, man. 9/11 happened fucking years ago.
Right.
And honestly, we took care of a lot of that and we've taken like proper precautions with a lot of security to benefit that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TSA. Like, but now what's your excuse?
Right.
Because at this point, people are just really trying to live.
Well, since 9/11, the
Yeah.
biggest cause of death in this country has been white extreme Christian males.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, we've got movie theater shootings and black church shootings and bombings and mall shootings, and these are all not happening from Muslims.
I would
These are
say
happening-
all throughout American history, crazy white people have been killing shit.
Yeah.
So it's like America has been American is fucking ignoring the elephant in the room,
Absolutely.
and that's
and if you
the
want to
problem
nip
that I have.
the murder bud in the or murder bug in the bud, essentially you need to focus on your gun laws. But they
Yeah.
won't talk about that because the NRA pays for those salaries. So
Exactly.
there we are. We circle back to what it all comes down to. It's
Exactly.
what lines our pockets. And realistically, the 7 countries that Trump is banning people from traveling here from, not a single one of them was involved in 9/11.
None of
The
them.
countries that were, he has business holdings in, and so it's still safe to travel to and from there. So ultimately, what lines your pockets? He signed the executive order to kick back on the Keystone Pipeline and the DAPL. What lines his pockets? He's a stakeholder in both companies.
Exactly.
It's what's going to make him
Yeah.
money. So I'm sorry if you're a Trump supporter and you truly are listening to this, again, I'd be shocked if there are any. You
Go
thought
fuck yourself.
that, but you voted for someone because you thought he cared about you, and it's day 8. He cares about himself and his own business holdings. That's where we're at, and we've got 1,452 days left of this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's an obvious power move.
And the fact that I know how many days is telling.
I'm about to say that was very specific. I haven't really counted because I'm just used to like white oppression. So
Right.
that's why I'm like, it's another fucking 4 years of some asshole. I think that it's doing bad for American relations in general because this looks bad. And the thing is, the whole world is watching our moves.
Oh, yeah.
So you have Iran who said they're gonna start banning Americans. You know, and then,
And as they should.
as they should, yeah. If we're gonna be like that, they're
I
gonna
can't
be like
even be
that to
mad
us.
at them for that.
I'm not mad because you know what?
Yeah.
If I was like, if you banning my people, well,
Right.
fuck you too.
Right.
And that's the thing. So I'm like, I think that's gonna lead into more countries bans, which is honestly fucking up my money. Because what if I want to go somewhere like Mexico? You know what I'm saying? Mexico, we got the wall issue, which congratulations everybody, you're gonna fucking pay for.
Right.
You know, so
I
like,
love
the
that he's
whole-
saying, no. We're going to tax Mexican imports, and that's how the money's going to come. Okay, so when I go to buy my avocados or whatever from
Yeah.
Mexico, I'm paying more for that. I'm paying for the fucking wall.
You're
like,
paying
if you
for the
don't
wall.
understand that, you need to have a brick dropped on your face because
Exactly.
that is how this is going to happen.
You're gonna pay for the
You're
fucking
paying
wall.
for the wall. Mexico's not paying for the wall. You are.
Taco truck's gonna be expensive as fuck now.
Right?
So
And I love me some taco trucks.
exactly.
I'm pissed as hell.
So
And
yeah, I can't fuck with.
I want to tell every single upper middle class white woman that I've seen this past week going, yeah, this wall, it's going to help us with our Mexico problem. But then I'm watching you post vacation photos from Cancun. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you know
Like-
what? If Mexico was like, y'all can't come to Cancun.
Right.
Y'all can't go on. Y'all, no more spring break for y'all.
Right.
Y'all be like, oh shit. Because you know what's not popping? Utah.
Right.
Utah is not popping during spring break.
No.
So, like, no, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, we need to keep the Mexicans out. Maybe they need to keep y'all motherfuckers out. And it's just some ass backward shit. And I feel like people are gonna need that type of reality check before they look at themselves and be like, hey, maybe I'm fucked up.
Exactly.
You know. So that's it on that one. I want to ask you about you personally because you're a woman. And
Last time I checked.
Yeah, last time I checked. You know, the Women's March happened or whatnot. And so in the process of that, there was some division as far as the women of color versus white women. I remember posting something on my page where there was a picture of a black chick and like, don't forget, white women voted for Trump. And I was like, I thought the picture was funny because I was like, oh, in the midst of all that, somebody will be petty. That's awesome. Because let's be real. White women voted for Trump, a bunch of them.
Right.
And so
52%.
52%.
And I'm looking at every single one of you. I know who some of you are.
Exactly.
And I'm looking at you.
We didn't forget. Bitch.
I'm Michelle Obama side-eyeing you right now.
Please believe it. We didn't forget any of y'all. So like, what I get is but I didn't do it. I'm not talking to you. That's like me saying like, hey, some men are rapists.
Right.
And somebody going, I didn't
rape anyone.
Like, what makes me look at you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell you people, like, white people be listening, white women, if I post something, or if you see anybody post something, unless they say directly you, they're not really talking about you. Let's not ignore facts. The fact is, 52% of white women voted for Trump. And
Right.
some of them were probably out at that march.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So don't get mad and like, oh no, what he's saying is harsh. No, these are facts.
Right.
Like people are quoting facts here. So when we say shit like this, don't get butthurt about it.
Right.
You want to do something different? Be different. Do something different. You know, make a change. You telling us, well, I didn't vote for him, doesn't do shit for me. Because the fact is, the president is the president now is who the president is because of what we stated.
Right.
And your apology is not doing shit for anybody.
Right.
So that's how I feel. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. What did you think about?
So, no worries. So I think the Women's March is great. I think it brought a lot of women together. I think it did kind of spotlight some areas where we definitely have huge areas of improvement that need to happen in the feminist movement alone. I think feminism in its core right now is kind of a taboo subject. It's kind of almost ostracizing to be labeled a feminist.
Yeah.
There's this whole idea that women hate men and that's what feminism has become. And I'm telling you right now, I don't hate any men. I don't think that men are better than women. I don't think that women are better than men. I don't want to be better than men. I don't want to earn more than men. I want to be equal to men. I work in IT, which is historically male-dominated field. I would like to be able to walk into a meeting and present my idea, which is similar to my male counterpart's idea, and have both ideas taken seriously, not mine pushed aside because it came from a female mouth.
Yeah.
And that still happens. And if we say that that doesn't happen, then we're making assumptions about reality that's not factual. I think the problem with the Women's March that I saw on several posts, and I think the problem with feminism in general on several posts, is that it's easy to spout out feminist ideas. We want equal pay.
Yeah.
But women need to own that white women need to first push for equal pay for women of color. If I'm making 76 cents on the dollar for a white man, they're making 64 cents and 54 cents for Hispanic women.
Exactly, yeah.
We need to get on the same page where those women make 76 cents and then we can uniformly push forward for equal for white men. Because if you're just pushing for white women to be equal with men, you're not really pushing feminism. You're pushing equality for yourself, and that's still privilege.
Exactly. I feel, and that's how I feel about a lot of other aspects of quote unquote progressives. Some people, like, there's like a couple quote unquote woke, the woke African type that know, smell like a poetry reading shit like that. So like you have some people and they promote like black. They're not promoting equality. They're promoting privilege.
Right.
Like their problem is they want to be the white man. They don't want equality.
Right.
They want to be the white man or be the oppressor, in a sense. And I find I find great fault in that. I feel like if we really want to achieve something, if we really want harmony as a country, we have to shoot for equality. And sometimes equality involves picking some people up beforehand. I have no problem fighting for gay rights. I have no problem fighting for immigration rights because that all helps me. That all helps the equality. That all helps the economy. It all helps us to get to our goal of equality. And we are a very selfish society, and we usually focus on like how have I been wrong?
Right.
What can America do for me? And I just think we need to change the mindset of that.
I mean, to take it away from the march and feminism as a whole, and you want a parallel kind of analogy for this, we have so many people that are so concerned about Mexicans entering our country illegally that people are willing to spend $15 to $25 billion for this ridiculous Cold War era wall.
Yeah.
And we've got people in Flint, Michigan who can't even get a clean glass of water.
Exactly. We haven't even addressed the Michigan issue.
Right. Like, you're so worried about what's affecting you or what you perceive to be a problem that you're not focusing on the fact that your brothers and sisters in your own country are having this crisis. And I think feminism does this a lot. Like, yes, I would like my birth control to be 100% paid for if my male counterpart's Viagra is 100% paid for. I think that's fair. But
still need Viagra. Yes.
Got to get that hard.
Please.
But as we talked about earlier.
Yep.
But I think the problem with feminism is my push for $1 to equal $1 doesn't mean anything if my sisters of color are still making 50 cents.
Exactly.
So we need to get us on the same page, and then we can push as a unit moving forward together. I've read some terrible stories about how some women of color were treated at various marches across the country. And I'm thinking, I feel like the person that's doing that has lost sight of even the reason they're there.
Maybe it's the Trump supporter who decided to go out that day.
Probably.
That's how I feel like. I feel like a lot of it is the Trump supporter.
I hope it's the Trump supporter because I really hope that conscientious liberal women are not mistreating sisters of color.
What do you think about like the silence of Hillary Clinton and the loudness, the presence, of Bernie Sanders? Like, I feel like ever since the election, Bernie Sanders been still there like, yo, I'm still fighting for y'all, right?
Right.
Like, fuck this job. I didn't get the presidency, but I'm still working.
I think it's easy to say that. Bernie's still a senator. Hillary's kind of not active in politics. This was her thing. She doesn't have a platform right now.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. Let's be honest. She gave herself to that platform and then basically lost to Trump.
Yeah.
Like, Bernie lost to her, and Bernie had 8 months to recover from it by the time Trump got elected. This just happened. Hillary's still hurting.
Yeah.
I think
she walking through the woods, taking pictures of random people.
Exactly.
It's a lot of shit.
I think she's dealing with a lot of shit. That doesn't mean she doesn't need to still be out there and have a voice. I think that she'll get there. I think we need to give her some time.
Yeah.
But she definitely could be saying more, at least on social media.
Like, if this was a movie, we'll have the slow music, and it's like a montage.
Right.
And
she's in that moment where, like, she just lost her puppy. And she's got to get over the puppy, and then she'll be able to get a new dog.
She grew a beard.
Right.
Started wearing lumberjack shirts, and, like,
I think it's easy for Bernie to still have a voice because he's still active in Congress, and he's still fighting every day. Yeah. Where she is not. This was her thing, and it didn't happen.
Song, really.
Yeah.
I think Bernie.
I would be shocked if Hillary went back into politics. I think this was Hillary's retirement.
I think Hillary's like, fuck it.
And she's earned it. She did a lot for moving the world forward in 30 years. And I know there were some mistakes, and I know she's not perfect, so I don't want anyone to hear this and go, oh my God, you're one of those typical, like, Hillary fucked up. Hillary said some racist shit in her career. Hillary has done some bad shit in her career. But I think all politicians at some point have. Yeah, I mean, everyone's saying...
We didn't start really hating the Clintons till, like, later on down the line. Like, during the time, we didn't... we were dealing with Bush. We were dealing with, like, a bunch of other fucktards. You know what I'm saying? But, like, and then Clintons kind of fucked us. And they fucked us long term.
Bill made some mistakes that Hillary had to pick up the slack from. Like, Hillary's entire campaign was marred in, well, she can't even make her man happy. How is she going to make the country happy? Fuck you all.
That is some fucking bullshit.
Right? Like, and I feel bad for her. I feel like, God, I know she wanted to do the right thing, and God, what about these emails? I mean, these emails.
Let's bring up the emails.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Hillary, of course, doing her run, she had all the issues with her emails. Then Trump's get elected. a weekend, really?
Right,
Like a
yeah.
week and a half in?
We're-
we got
wait, it was-
an email scandal.
It
like
was a week
private
yesterday from the inauguration. It hasn't even been. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you get a private email scandal. And everybody's like,
No bigs.
Yeah, and I think part of it is it probably would have been big had he not done so much fucked up shit
Right.
this whole week.
That
'Cause
makes
he's
that
been-
seem like nothing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's all fucked up. I just think it's terrible.
The hypocrisy has been so eye-opening.
Exactly.
But the thing is like when you talk to a Trump supporter, if you see him on social media at all, they don't even recognize the hypocrisy. They think that we are the problem. We are libtard crybaby snowflakes. You know how many times I've been called a snow? I didn't even get what the insult was. I was like, isn't a snowflake unique and beautiful? Like,
No, it means
thank
that
you.
you're a white chick.
It means that I'm sensitive and easy broken.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Every time I think of snowflake,
no,
I think of
it
white
means
prostitute.
that you're
I'm
delicate
sorry.
and you're easy to break.
Oh, we are
I
from
had to
two
look it
different
up.
worlds.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that white
I
prostitute.
would think white,
Yeah.
but they were
I
calling.
always thought Snow Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Snow Bunny. Yeah, Snow Bunny, Snowflake, one of them shits.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But I saw black people being called snowflakes, so I was like,
Then it's obvious
it's
something
because
there.
it's delicate and fragile, and they
Yeah.
have to protect you because you need a safe space. Okay, well, this is the
They
word.
can
This
eat
is
a
like
complete
this is
dick.
like the people that call social justice warrior
Yeah.
like that as an insult. Like, yeah, I'm standing up for social
Justice.
justice.
Yeah.
Like that's a great thing, right? Like,
Yeah, that's
fuck you if you think that's an insult. Like, I'm proud to be that.
that's fucking terrible.
It is.
I'm about to say let's move on.
Yeah, we've done a lot of talking
We've
about
done a lot
Trump.
of talking about Trump and his fucktardness of
You know what
all.
we haven't discussed yet?
What up?
Punching Nazis in the
Punching Nazis
Oh
in the
shit!
face.
Yeah, shout out to Richard Spencer's jaw. I feel like for being one of the greatest things of America this week. I think punching Nazis should be an American pastime.
I love all the people that tried to like stand up for the dude and they were like, violence doesn't solve anything. Fuck you, we didn't win World War II by shaking hands with the Nazis. We punched them in the fucking face. And we need to continue to punch Nazis in the face until my great grandchildren are dead. We need to be punching Nazis in
Yes,
the face.
I feel like punching Nazis in the face should be like baseball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, let's get together with the family. I'm gonna get some popcorn. We're gonna punch some Nazis in the
And
fucking
if you
face.
punch a Nazi in the face, please, for Breezy's sake, get that on YouTube. Set it to whatever song you want. Right now, my favorite is the Phil Collins "In the Air
yeah.
Tonight."
Oh, that's
Oh my
so
god, it's
awesome.
amazing. It's set so
It's
perfectly to the
awesome.
music.
It's a great.
Set
I
the-
love all of it. Honestly, I have it on repeat.
I know.
Him
It
getting
just
punched in the
loops.
face. It's wonderful.
Yep.
And he should get punched in the face. And anybody who says Nazi shit, alt-right shit, whatever the fuck they're doing these days, should get punched in the fucking face. And I feel like that's an important thing. Like if
And stop
feel like-
calling it all right
I
shit.
feel like
Yeah.
that's the most patriotic thing that you can do. Is
Absolutely.
punching a Nazi in the fucking face, because that's what we've been doing
That-
since World War fucking II.
Captain America would punch a Nazi in the
Captain
face.
America would punch somebody in the face. The
Hell
thing is,
yeah.
I love that white people are doing this because
Yes.
black people can't do this.
No.
If we did it, it's an issue. We're getting killed
God,
by
I would
anybody.
I will punch all the Nazis in
Yeah.
the face for all the black people
I
that
appreciate.
need
Thank
it.
you for outsourcing.
Thank you.
For.
I'm here.
I love this.
I am here.
I'm all.
I
shout
won't
out
charge
to,
anything.
Yeah.
You can give me a pumpkin spice latte. We'll
Oh.
call it good. I'll punch Nazis all day.
I will. You know what? I will happily buy a pumpkin spice latte
I am on it.
because you know I'm against that.
I am
and so,
waiting. See, here's the thing. I think we talked about this a few podcasts ago. I am waiting for one of these ass hats to act out around me. I would love the opportunity to take all my
Oh.
Trump rage out.
I feel like
on
you would be
Richard
a little bit
Spencer's
too
face.
excited. They're like,
I
why
know.
is she laughing and smiling?
She's in the corner rocking back and forth, giggling. It's weird.
Like, why is she so happy?
She's so diabolical.
Fucking jaw.
I've got the perfect ring. I'm gonna start wearing it.
Exactly. Oh,
Giant
man.
metal owl right in your
That's-
face.
So yeah, I love that part. If I can say there was any shining moment,
It was punching Nazis in the
punching
face.
Nazis in the face, and I
Listen.
hope he gets punched in the face every time he's on television.
And you know what really like when you watch the whole clip of it happening, he's being interviewed and there's a woman behind him who's just asking him, and she's a black woman, and she's like, do you like black people? And the part where I wanted to personally reach to the camera and punch him in the face, he turns and goes, yeah, sure, I guess. So condescending and so dismissive and just like, whatever, shut up. I'm like, punch him in the face!
Part
and
of
then
me
someone
just,
did.
part of me just wish that it was somebody completely random that punched him in the face.
Right.
Like I wanted it to be somebody like, yeah, I was walking over to get some Starbucks, And I started this fucktard just saying
Yeah,
a bunch of
he
racist
was-
shit. And I was
So I
like,
punched him in the face.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna go on and just jaw jack him real quick. Like I felt like that shit was awesome, and I love watching it. It makes me feel great every time. It's heartwarming, you know. So it's like watching.
And I love.
That was a check that was all kinds of cash.
It was man,
It was great.
needed.
So the
everything.
moment where he's condescending to the black woman is terrible. The moment where he gets punched is great. The second pinnacle is all those people standing around helped him run off. Not one single person tried to hold that dude there that punched him.
yeah,
They all like cleared a path and they were like, run, go, go. And he took off and nobody stopped him.
Nice.
Because everybody knew that guy deserved it.
yeah.
Because normally when
Everybody.
you see any act of aggression in real life, it's like somebody's holding them there like, oh, let's get the cops. Hold
Yeah.
them here.
No.
Nope, they were like, run, son.
Nah, run, son. Because he
Run,
needed
be
that.
free. You've earned your wings in heaven. You have
needed that.
earned it.
He needed that, and hopefully, he needs to get punched in the face a few more times.
That, I think, also shadowed something, though.
up?
I cannot pronounce this douchebag's last name, but the Milo Yiannopoulos douche, the alt-right guy that does all the public speaking,
Yeah.
who was he was like the start of Gamergate, the attack on women gamers.
Oh yeah, I know.
Milo,
Wow.
whatever his name is. Look him up. He's banned from Twitter. He got perma-banned from Twitter for Leslie Jones, the lovely lady from SNL.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the one that was like calling her an ape and on Twitter and
that
got real
guy's a-
racist. This guy's a douche.
Yeah, that guy
He
is a
came to
douchebag.
the University of Washington to speak and didn't even get to. They banned him. They protested at the door. They banned him. They were throwing dog shit at him. He got dog shit right in the face.
Yes.
It was
Shout out to
beautiful.
Washington. That's
same.
what I'm
This
talking
is
about.
the same event though where the guy got shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Balance. The thing is, I think.
Well, it was one of the protesters that got shot.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody shot him, and somebody I guess confessed, and they let the
Yeah.
guy go.
Ah.
So we still have some work to do. But
Yeah,
the
we
dude
do.
got dog
why
shit in the
would
face.
anybody like people don't get
That
shot
guy
here often?
okay? Did they? Has there been any word on whether or not the guy that got shot?
He's okay, yeah. He actually has issued a statement. He was up in Harvey for a while. He issued a statement saying he forgave whoever shot him. He said, I came here for a peaceful protest. I didn't, this isn't the intent. The guy that they released, I don't know the whole situation. I don't know if they think that it's a false confession or what, but there's something going on. Like, if you honestly shot someone, you should be in jail. But
Right.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
the shooter was white, so
Oh, okay. And that answers a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
That honestly, that answers a lot. All right. So next up, all right. So let's talk some geekery.
Yeah.
No, actually, let's get into some shows.
Okay.
You said you mentioned something earlier about like
Okay.
like lame shows or what do you call those?
Okay, so I said show lulls. So like you,
Yeah.
I don't know if you do this, but I have fandom shows that I'm like religious. Like 9 p.m. on a Sunday during
Absolutely.
Sherlock, I'm watching Sherlock, and I get it's only 3 weeks and it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me. When there's a break in my show, I don't know what the fuck to watch. And I'm not a comedy person. I don't really like sitcoms very often. Like Parks and Rec was my thing, Scrubs, but that's about it. I
Yeah.
don't really have a lot of sitcoms.
I feel you.
So I have these shows that I hear good things about, so I give it a shot. And I usually don't ever get as invested in those as I do my mains. Mm-hmm. So I call them the side chick shows.
Which is great. I love it.
It is.
I'm
It's
gonna
like-
actually start calling shit side chick shows because that's what they are. Like I
Yeah.
have shows that I like. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
I love Blackish, but Blackish falls into a side chick show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not heavily invested. I'm not watching every week, but if it's available,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not doing anything else, and I really enjoy the show.
Yeah.
It's one of those sitcoms that like has too many episodes and doesn't like it's a difference between that and let's say Atlanta. Atlanta has like a relatively short season. It's like 12, 13 episodes. You're invested in each season of the show, so you watch it more. So shows like that. But if you come on every week, I'm like Modern Family, things like that. Granted, I accept the fact you're funny, you're hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not taking you home to meet my mom.
Right. Your
Yeah.
side chick show.
Yeah, side chick.
So for me, it's not even the sitcoms. It's like yesterday. The reason this came up, my son was sick yesterday, running a fever. I left work early. I went home. He was asleep when I got there.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, well, nothing I want to watch is on TV. Orphan Black's on a break until next season. Game of Thrones comes back in April. Walking Dead's even on a mid-season hiatus.
I know.
Everything's on break. So what do I want to watch? So I turn on Amazon and I start watching Z, the beginning of everything. And if you don't know what this is, it's the new Christina Ricci show where she's playing Zelda Fitzgerald, F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife.
Oh,
And
okay.
he was one of my favorite authors in college. So I'm like, I'll give this a shot. It's supposed to be like a kind of fictitious biography type show.
Yeah.
And it was interesting, but
And
I
love
definitely was
Christina
like,
Ricci.
I know. And she was great in it.
Oh God.
Especially, I mean, Zelda Fitzgerald, if you know the backstory, she later in life was diagnosed with schizophrenia, died very young. Had a whole lot of problems. But she was kind of the first American flapper. Like, she was kind of the first jazz dancer, showgirl type scenario. So it was kind of an interesting show. And
Yeah.
it started kind of slowly, but I got into it. And I'm going to definitely watch the rest of the season on Amazon. But it was definitely, that's the moment where I went, I could get into this, but I'm not going to get into this like I Game of Thrones get into shit.
Exactly.
Like where I cannot miss an episode and I'm like
Exactly. Like
gnawing at the bit to get to
they
that
don't
show.
get your real number.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
They get my side phone number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get the side phone. Like they may get like the kick
Right.
online thing. Like they're not getting the home.
They're getting
phone.
my Friday afternoons, not my Saturday nights.
Exactly. No. Whoa.
Right.
That's personal. That's
Right.
That's prime Game of Thrones time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're not
And I
gonna
have
get
some
that.
weird shows in my
Yeah.
like my core fandom, like people don't always hear of. Like I really got into the show Turn. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
No.
Heard of it.
It is the story of the spies from the Revolutionary War. So like basically it's Abraham Woodhull who lived in Setauket, New Jersey or whatever, and he became a spy. His father was part of like he supported the British Army.
Yeah.
He was part of Washington's spy group. And it's this whole story of like Benedict Arnold. And I gave the show a chance thinking, oh, I'm going to be kind of bored. It's period piece. Those aren't usually my favorite. Oh my God, I got into it. It is so good.
So young American snitches.
Yes.
All right. So
But for the good guys, I guess. I mean,
snitching. I think
yeah.
we're gonna have to check the street code dictionary for that one. So
If you're a spy for the right side, are you?
with two shows I've been really into, kind of like side shows in a sense, but still I like them. I don't watch them every week. I save that for my Netflix shows. Like there's this one show on Netflix called Glitch, and Glitch is like pretty much, it's not Walking Dead. People come back from the dead, but it's like they come back normal, and it's like some sort of like glitch per se, and it's all about their lives, and you get to find out how people died or how they lived, and they have like these complicated situations. Like there's this one guy who this one lady, she got up and she died of cancer, right? And she died maybe 5 years. There's like a 5-year difference between it, and like her husband has since remarried her best friend.
You know what this kind of sounds like?
Yeah.
A show that didn't do well that I actually enjoyed was The Returned.
Yeah, like The
Yeah.
Return. It's sort of like The Return.
Yeah.
But it seems better.
Like they can't-
when I
well,
tried
yeah.
to watch The Return, I fell asleep on it, and I felt like that was my brain protecting
Well,
me from
they
boredom.
did an American version that had the guy Jeremy Sisto from Clueless.
Yeah.
The guy that left his cranberry CD in the quad.
Exactly.
And that was not so good. But they have a French version that's amazing
Yeah. Yeah.
of The Returned.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that. So, like, but The Return, that was kind of like, meh,
Yeah.
you know?
But that's what it reminds me of, because I remember the
Glitch
little girl.
seems good. I think the Glitch is dope. I think it's out of Australia. It's cool. They're just doing it like foreign shows are doing it better than America for some
Absolutely.
reason. Yeah.
Almost all my main fandoms are BBC.
Yeah.
Or
It's crazy. So
I mean, we got Sherlock, Orphan Black, Doctor Who. My big ones are all BBC. Luther.
Yeah.
Luther's huge.
white women love BBC.
Oh, you know what? Broadchurch comes back.
Yeah,
I love me some
yeah.
Broadchurch. See?
Yep.
I do love BBC. Shut up. You just stereotype me so hardcore. Fuck you.
BBC's awesome.
BBC is awesome.
Everybody loves BBC. I'm talking about Big Black Cock, by the way.
Oh.
That's what I was.
Because the Brits do it better.
Yep, Brits do it better apparently.
Except Brexit. Fuck Brexit.
Except for Brexit. so now the other show I'm into is Lemony Snicket's Serious and Unfortunate Events.
I've heard good things about this, but I
Oh
haven't
my
watched it
God,
yet.
it's
Neil
great.
Patrick Harris, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Neil Patrick Harris.
And that dude can do no wrong.
It's so witty. It's so cool. Like, at first I was like, will this be good? Because I'm just always nervous about these type of, like, you know, not remakes and continuations of books, things like that. But
Yeah.
no, it's clever. I love it. My kids can watch it. I can watch it. I can get jokes.
You're the
that
first
they crack.
adult that I've heard this from, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna now check it out.
Yo,
So-
it's dope. Like, I love it. I loved it. I like how the fact that it starts off like kind of fake dark. They was like, you don't want to watch this, you know, and they like it's so hilariously pessimistic. till it's uplifting. Like it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
And you really enjoy yourself with it. So that's what I've been into. So those shows are dope. Right now I've just been biding my time to switch it up, like movie wise. Like I'm a big movie person, so the main thing I've been looking forward to is Black Panther. They started filming I think a couple weeks ago, and I'm just like open. Like I'm just like wait.
You posted that photo of that cast, and
Yeah.
I was driving, so my eyes went straight to Martin Freeman, and then after the
of
fact,
course.
I was like, I squeed over the only white dude. I did, but I mean, you gotta
You're
give
like,
me.
oh look, here he is.
Look, the one white guy. I know that guy.
You're like black,
Okay,
blackity
to be-
black.
To
Yes,
be
thank you,
fair,
sir. Yeah.
in my defense, my eyes went to him because that is, I mean, we're talking Bilbo Baggins.
Yes.
He is Dr. John Watson.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's
They
like
got
one
a
of my
fucking
faves.
squad. Like if we can name off some of the squad right now. First of all, you got Angela Bassett. You got Lupita Nyong'o.
Woo!
You got Chadwick Boseman, who plays every Black History person ever. You got Martin Freeman, as we said, which is not a black guy, by the way. People listening. So
Yeah, that's Morgan Freeman,
Yeah,
if you're
you got
confused.
Andy Serkis, who's pretty much like an animated genius. You know what I'm saying? You got Sterling C. Brown.
Okay, Brian.
K. Brown.
K. Brown.
And
Sterling
he's
K.
in
Brown.
the O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, he's in the OJ. He's
Christopher
fucking
Dard.
amazing at
He's
that shit.
amazing.
So he's great. He's also in that Cry Fest at This Is Us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like cry porn. I don't watch that
To be,
shit.
we talked about This Is Us. I think you and I did.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking filibusters about this show. Like, you must watch this show. It's the
Everybody
ma-"
is, yeah.
And I've watched every episode. I'm up to date on it.
Okay.
He is the only character I care about. I'm having a really hard time with everybody else.
I
Like,
feel like you're racist.
I
feel like
but in a
you're
good way, right?
No.
He's the only character that I feel like. I mean, racist. Like, he is
Like,
he's the black character,
Yeah.
and I feel like he's the only one that's real. The rest of them,
I'm
they're
just-
whiny white problems. I'm just like, fuck
Yeah,
you all.
I'm just against watching shows with Mandy Moore in them.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Like, so I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna
It's got
watch
the
it.
Is Mandy Moore in that?
Absolutely. I walked in-
She's like the mother of
Yeah.
the main character.
I walked in on
And her husband though is Peter
It's
Petrelli
terrible.
from Heroes.
No way.
Yes,
That's
Peter
funny.
Petrelli from Heroes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God, Heroes. I wanted Heroes to redeem itself.
I
and it
walked
never
in
did.
on that show, saw her, and walked right back out. So I was just like, yeah, I'm
See,
good.
and here's the deal. She's supposed to play this woman that has triplets and loses one, and they end up adopting this kid that got abandoned, who is the black child.
Yeah.
And it's the story of her dealing with that, like having to bond with a child that's not technically your own after losing one that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I came away from it going, God, you're a whiny little twat. And they got the fat daughter
'Cause she
and
is.
the handsome, attractive actor son that's got his interpersonal relationship problems. And I don't care about any of them. I care about the black kid who grows up and wants to find his biological father because his white white adopted family didn't teach him about his culture. And I care about him, and I don't care about the whiny white people.
Nah, back to this cast. This Marvel cast looks fucking gorgeous.
It's got
Like, it's great.
it's got Michonne, you
It's
guys.
got Michonne in this bitch. It's got Michael B. Jordan. This shit's gonna be awesome. And it's directed by who's directed by? It's gonna be directed by what's the dude name? I feel like I
Hang on, let me look it up.
Ryan is Ryan Coogler or something like that.
He's gonna Google that for you.
Yeah, please Google that. Please Google that. Anyway, he did. I know he's been working with with Fruitvale Station and also Creed. Creed was an actual good ass movie. Like, to all people listening, go see Creed. Like, it's a really great movie. Like, you don't even have to be into boxing. Like, it's just a great coming of age film. And I just loved it. I love the fact that it was just...
Ryan Coogler.
Oh, Ryan Coogler? All right, cool. Coogler. Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
It's just a great, great movie. I like the fact that when they show black people just being human. Like, a lot of times when you go to movies and you see movies about black people, there's always something superlative about us. And we have to be everything to everybody. And that's... While some of that is fine and dandy, it becomes, like, stressful in the misinterpretation of how black people are. We're humans. We go through issues. We're imperfect. We have doubts in ourselves. We go through the same shit everybody else goes through. So to see that, like, you can replace almost you replace Creed's character with almost anybody. But it was great to see that emotion and that sensitivity throughout it all. I'm loving the culture, our black culture, and where we are right now, as far as building and showing our vulnerability. Like there was another one where, you know, recently, of course, Donald Glover won the Emmy. And there's a picture of the main character, guy who plays Paperboy, with the other guy who, I forget names. Anyway, they're holding each other, like, it's pretty much like both crying. And I was like, that is beautiful. Like, and I'm glad that it's not getting the negative pushback that it used to get. Mm-hmm. You know, because back then, you know, black men, we hugged each other and we did anything, they'd be like, oh man, that's some gay shit. Like, nah, man, it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, fuck you for saying it's some gay shit. Secondly, you know, there's nothing wrong with being emotional and showing compassion and being human towards your friends. Mm-hmm. I think that's a problem with society. We have a lot of people aren't good friends to each other. People are afraid to be vulnerable because they sense vulnerable. They view vulnerability as a sign of weakness, which kind of doubles back to like how people feel about women. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's just it's very much I'm liking the fact that it's becoming more open now to actually accept it and to realize there's strength. There's a lot of strength and vulnerability. So so shout out to that, man. I feel like we did a good job today. Man, how you feel?
I'm
Breezy?
good. How are you doing?
I am good. It's been a long ass week.
It has. So
I think we are gonna I think we talked about everything we need to talk about. Tune in. You know what I want to do? We need to do more shows because it's going well and we're enjoying this and everything. But my favorite time of the year is coming up, which is February, and nothing says great American life like Black History Month.
Yeah,
I love Black History Month, so we're gonna definitely do a Black History Month episode. I feel like we need to do I want to do a relationship episode.
There won't be a White History Month because that's the rest of the fucking year, guys. Don't even ask the question.
But I feel like we need to do a White History Month one. I'm joking. When? We've already been doing it.
We've been doing it. We did it today, guys.
Yeah, we did it today. So I think we should do. I wanted to do a relationship one where we talk about relationships or whatnot. Because
should we bring our significant others?
Nope, not doing that shit. I'm not setting that. That sounds like a fucking train wreck. So I'm not, and y'all not finding out bad shit about me. Fuck all that. So, because my wife will expose me. What about the time you fucked up? Nah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, we'll talk about relationships and everything. I feel like we should bring in single people and ask them about life and ridicule them. So that being said, hey single people, if you're interested in joining the show, you should come up and holler at us. That'd be fun.
By ridicule, he meant ridicule.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck over you. I'm so sorry. And then we'll do the Black History episode. One of the things that I really want to do for Black History episode is that I have a game called Cards for All People, and it's called and that particular game is called Black Card Revoked.
Okay.
I feel like we need to play that game. We need like 2 more white people. Okay. And we all need to play that game on the show.
Air.
On the show. We need to play the game on the show.
I feel like this is gonna go like how Cards Against Humanity goes for me. I am pretty filthy in real life.
Yeah.
I say shit and Ken goes, "Oh my god, what is wrong with you?" I play Cards Against Humanity and I lose. I'm not that dirty apparently.
Yeah.
But I am in real life. But apparently, when you get really vulgar and people are allowed to be really vulgar that are normally really repressed, they're way more funny than I am.
Oh, this is gonna be great for you then. Yeah. Like you get to see a bunch of black shit. It's gonna be awesome. So we'll have that for everybody.
Am I gonna learn what the word ratchet means?
Of course you will, along with a lot of other shit.
Okay.
A lot of other shit. So it's going to be great, everybody. Thank you all for listening. It's always a pleasure doing these shows for you guys. Remember to follow us on SoundCloud, Profoundly Ignorant. Like and share everything.
Like and share.
Everything. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Do it, please. All right, guys. Are we doing the quote?
I've got a profound quote.
You got a profound quote?
You got an ignorant quote?
I got an ignorant quote.
I feel like you should always do the ignorant quotes because I have a really hard time with that.
No, all right. I'll tell you what. No, I'm not doing all the ignorant quote, but I'll do the ignorant quote this time because I always have one on deck.
I am quoting John Steinbeck.
All right, go ahead.
Which is old school, but I was reading one of his books.
All right, go ahead.
And it's, now that you don't have to be perfect, you can be good. And I like that because I think we all try to strive to be something that maybe we're not. But
Yeah.
if we put that away for a minute, we can all decide what's good, like
Yeah.
fighting fascism, and we can all be good. So
That
don't be
is-
perfect, be good.
That is awesome. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, so I
Yeah,
have
follow
another
that
one.
up, bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Shit. Speaking of, my quote is from a poet and one of my favorite MCs ever. His name's Chad Butler, popularly known as Pimp C. And
Pimp C.
he says, "Pimp C, I ain't never made love. Some of my friends sell drugs." And so I feel like that is a great description of Pimp C and pure niggerdom. Like, you've never made love and some of your friends sell drugs. I almost used it as like an opening line on a dating service. I feel like that is the best shit ever. So I'm gonna go with Pimp C. Shout out to Pimp C. Long live, man. Long live the Underground Kings. So that's my ignorant quote for today. So that was awesome. Thank
And
you.
I don't know what you just said.
You have no idea what I just said. I need to put you onto some Pimp C. You're gonna be disgusted.
Okay.
But he was one of the realest and one of the most awesomely flamboyant, like, hip hop figures of our day. And I loved him, and he was very opinionated. Well, everybody, guys, thank you all for listening.
Yes, thank you.
We love you all, and we'll see you soon. All right, peace.
Good night.